Just over a week before midterm elections that will decide control of the U.S. legislative branch, new polling shows Republicans hold an edge over Democrats. After OPEC Plus historical oil cut production, voters are fixated on energy prices, high inflation, and the risk of recession. In a bid to galvanize support for Democrats, former President Barack Obama hit the campaign trail this weekend, warning that the basic foundation of the democracy is at risk.
Who will fight for your freedoms? Is it Republican politicians and judges who think they should get to decide when you start a family, or how many children you should have, or who you marry, or who you love? Or is it Democratic leaders who believe that the freedom to make these most intimate personal decisions belong to every American, not politicians, mostly men sitting somewhere in Washington?
In turn, chairman of the Senate Republican Campaign Committee, Rick Scott, said that concerns about inflation will help his party regain control of the U.S. Senate. Scott added he expected his party to win in Georgia and Nevada, but acknowledged concerns about Pennsylvania, where former President Donald Trump has held rallies to boost the party's candidates.
Well, we've got to figure out how to bring our country back together where we have a civil conversation and, we have no violence. I mean, what happened to Paul Pelosi is despicable. It's unacceptable. One thing I did when I got this job in January 2021, I went to the Federal Election Commission and said, could our senators and House members, could they use their campaign dollars to pay for security for themselves and their family? Unfortunately, it's become a more dangerous place, and we've got to do everything we can to lower the rhetoric, have a real civil conversation, but also make sure people are safe.
Scott's remarks come days after an intruder demanding to see the U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi broke into her San Francisco home and attacked her husband with a hammer in an assault that stoked fears about political violence ahead of the November 8 midterm elections.